Hello, my name is Febry and now I will answer and explain about question in comprehension section for Schoology. And the first question is, what is online learning? Explain also synchronous and asynchronous learning. Online learning. Online learning is learning based and can be accessed online. And synchronous learning. Synchronous learning use online studies conducted in a chat room. Online communication allows students to stay in touch with their teachers and peers. This can happen because synchronous learning allows students to discuss quickly without face-to-face. And asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning involves courses sent by the web, email, and message, both post on online forums. The benefits of synchronous learning are students can learn independently. And the second question is, what are the basic features of an LMS and please explain? The first is announcements. Teacher announcements are usually the first thing when students entering an online course. And second is syllabus. The syllabus features is an essential component of the course environment. It provides structure of course and outline course expectations. And the third is lessons. The lesson should lead the students through the course learning outcomes. And the fourth is Dropbox's assignment upload. To submit assignment, the teacher may require the students to upload their documents to an online Dropbox or the assignment section. And next is discussion forum. Students go to discussion forum to participate in the online class discussions that are directed to the forum from the lessons. And the last is resources. The resources features store all types of digital and online materials that students are required to review, including readings, websites, games, sound recordings, and file. And the third question is, as an online course teacher, give an example of a good introduction writing for one topic meeting and please explain. First, of course, we must deliver the material in writing that is easy for students to understand. After that, we also have to use short, clear sentences. Start explain the material in detail, but not too detailed. And then give a clear background and describe the thesis and useful information. And the last thing is to make the reader feel confident that the introduction to your writing is very relevant to read. And the fourth question is, why online material must be attractive and what elements are needed? Please give an example. Online material must be attractive or interesting because in online learning, there is no face-to-face between the teacher and student. So that online learning is not boring and makes students focus on the material that provide. Online materials elements are needed such as visual using a variety of content, delivery media, and quiet interacting designs. For example, visual elements are used to clarify materials such as icon, shadows, symbol, and colors are used consistently to distinguish different types of the elements like lessons, assignment, audio, and video. And the fifth question is, please explain the types of online learning activities and provide relevant technological tools for the types. Online learning activities. The first is class discussion, and the tools that use is discussion forums. The participants pair to full class, and the variations in class discussion is building a class community, question and answer, and weekly topic discussions. Second is journal writing. The tools that use is block, and the participants individuals, and the variations individual reflections, teachers reflections or modeling. And the next is practice exercise. The tools that use in practice exercise is testing or quizzing, and the participants individuals to pairs, and the variations is multiple choice or self-assessment. The next is share knowledge base. The tool that used is Wikipedia, and the participants group to class, and the variation collaborative glossary and the annotated bibliography. And the last is receptive activities. Receptive activities, the tool that used is PDFs, YouTube, Google, and etc. And the participant is individuals. The variation, teachers or students, audio or visual presentations, course reading, and or audios and video. And the sixth question is, online discussion is one important element in online learning. Sometimes it might not work well. How does a teacher optimize discussion? The teacher can optimize the discussion by assigning values or grade to online discussion. This method is done so that students become challenged to get as many grades as possible. That way, students automatically become active in online discussion. And the seventh question is, please provide an example of learning resource that can be used to engage learners in online learning. The teacher can use the picture as the learning resource. The teacher can use the Google Classroom's application and add material for examples. Who is William Shakespeare? And with images that have not been guessed, students will find the answer on Google. Of course, this makes students better understand about the material. And the eighth question is, kindly give an example of effective assessment in English online teaching and learning. You can pick one of the integration of more than one language skills. For example, is the teacher feedback automatic computer generated feedback? In a case, all of students, a teacher helps students how to improve their ability in the learning. The suggestions for the future learning and show where the students progress. The ninth question is, what are the basic elements to consider when building an online course? Please explain. The first is course creation. Course creation, which means you have to create videos and content in a separate and support systems that can be included in a program. Course creations feature will help streamline your e-learning process. And the next is skill or certification tracking. Very cover level training students with e-learning, but one thing that must be considered is how to measure the progress and improvements made by students later. And the next is mobile learning. In this day, there are still many people who do not have computer in their homes, but they can be accessed through any device or at least from their smartphone. And the next is asynchronous. This means they do not have to be present at the specific time to lecture or to talk with instructor. by combining videos, online reading, messaging, and question and answer forums where students can engage with the material as they wish and with their own schedule help promote, extend, and increase returns. The next is gamification. The gamification features can turn learning into a friendly competition. Although this may not make your subjects matter more interesting, adding games features to your course and training program will involve students accelerate through modules and increase compliance. And the next is video conferencing. Video conferencing, students who need one-on-one attention or have complete question including video conferencing features. Although message boards and email can meet most of your communication needs, video conferencing allows you to have difficult conversation. And the last is social learning. Like most of daily activities, learning is social. This not only it changes the learning process, but is also a great way to reduce tension in your teaching process. By adding message boards and social learning features, your student can ask and answer questions in forum settings. The best way to show your understanding of a topic is to teach it. So, let your students teach each other. And the last question is, please give an example of one lesson in your class for one meeting. For example, is online course at TEFL using Unixa e-learning, like that, like this picture. In this online course, the teacher has made many sections for discussion, like that. In the sections containing Dropbox, students can collect their excitement in the Dropbox every week about the material that has been discussed. Students can do it anywhere and anytime because the teacher does not participate active in discussions, like asynchronous learning. Okay, I think that's all about my answer and explain in comprehension sections on Schoology. Thank you. Bye.